U92.7, the Desert's hottest music. My name is Bam Bam, and we have a very special guest on the line, 50 Cent. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
50, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I can't complain, man. It's always something new, though, right?
You're absolutely right, 50, and I do want to say thank you, man. I really appreciate this call. It's been a minute.
It's always cool to call in and talk to you, man. I've been working around on this actual album. I'm ready to release in November.
Okay, we're looking at November 13th.
That's right, November 13th.
Okay, 50. Now, we've been playing this record, New Day, you have with Dre and Alicia Keys. We think it's awesome. I just need to know exactly how this song came about.
Yeah, but I actually came to Los Angeles to record for a little bit, and that song originally has an interesting story to it. It was actually originally recorded for Dre's Detox. The actual production was done for it, and there was a different chorus on the record, and they sent it out to Alicia, and she sent it back with the New Day chorus that's on it now.
Wow.
And I listened to it, and Dre was like, he didn't really, he wasn't sure that it fit what he was actually doing at the time because it was darker. The production, everything was darker at the time.
Okay.
And I said, it fits what I'm doing perfect. So Dre was like, if you like it here, you can take it. Because what I do when I go to see Dre with my music is I put together the best possible music I could put together before I come see him, and when I play it, he'd be so impressed by the actual music that he gives me the best music that he has around.
Yeah.
At the time. You know what I mean? So this is how I got in the club record, P.I.M.P. and Back Down, how I got the records that I got from him on all of the albums that I had to this point. And this time when I came out there, he passed it. He gave it to me, so I was like, all right. Then Alicia, he had the chorus for so long that Alicia went in and finished the record. Like, she went and recorded the other two verses to a version of it that she had, and I think Swiss reproduced the entire song. Like, he reproduced the record, the drums, everything else in it. So the version that's out that Alicia did the entire record. There's the different sound and production.
Yeah.
It is Swiss Beats produced it.
Oh,
and Dre
wow.
produced the one with me, her, and Dr. Dre on it.
I really, really enjoyed your verse, and to be honest, man, it had a new sound to it, and the title of the track, New Day. Now, are we looking at a new 50? Are we listening to a new 50 sound?
Yeah, it's some stuff that remind them of what they fell in love with the first time I came through on the actual record. But the vibe on this record was speaking more about some of the choices that people make. New Day, when I started the verse, I said, you can hit your knees on the church floor and pray it get better, or you can push the door on the liquor store and see where it gets you. You know what I'm saying? And if you in a low-income environment, you'll ride by, and one thing you'll see consistently is liquor stores and churches. Mm-hmm. Because those are the options of vices for some of the actual people there. You can pray it goes away, or take a drink and forget about it momentarily. Yeah. And I've seen that often in my experience early on, so I wrote about it, and I feel like, it resonates with a lot of people. Like, people ID with the song, and the success of it to this point makes me feel comfortable with the November 13th date.
Oh, November 13th is going to be a real good day for you, 50. Street King and Mortal hit stores. Now, making this album versus making your first album, how are the pressures? Do you feel a lot less pressure making this album because you've been in the game for so long?
A lot more. More
Wow.
pressure now. You know what? When I did the first record, I didn't even care what people thought.
Really?
I was really just writing my thoughts and process down on these actual records, and it was like, if it works, it works. If not, so what? Because the music at that point, like, it was like everybody that I had altercations with was still on the street.
Yeah.
So it was like, even if the record works, I'm not going to do shows because it would say that I'm going to be at this location at this time and you can come by there.
Oh, I totally get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just doing it because I'm conditioned for it, and I love the art form. I just love music. So, like, even in me developing a passion for film, mm-hmm. I had to develop my Cheetah Vision, my own film production company. I raised $200 million. I broke it into 10 pictures and sold domestic rights to Lionsgate. We sell the international territory separately following that. But I had to do that in order to make sure when the actual film is supposed to film the principal date,
yeah,
that it actually happens, so I can continue to have my music career. Because a lot of times in the film business, they'll go, okay, this is the date, and they push it back and say, no, it's happening this month and that month. So you mean you can't actually have the scheduling of a career in music while you're participating in these film projects.
Oh, man.
Or you got to block out large portions of time. I can't afford to be in your film if it's going to cost me a whole quarter of what I would make as a music artist.
It's U92.7, the Desert's hottest music. My name is Bam Bam. We have 50 Cent on the line. And 50, I must say, I really enjoyed you in the movie Freelancers. You really did your thing, and it looks like you have fun doing the movie.
Man, I had a ball on that project. Like, for me, that project, it's always a learning experience when you get a chance to work with the likes of Robert De Niro. This is my second film with him. I did Righteous Kill with him and Al Pacino, but to get in there with De Niro and Forrest Whitaker, like, I got 2 Academy Award-winning actors around me on this project. It's exactly what I planned when I started Cheetah Vision. It's because I wanted to be in projects that have the kind of artistic integrity involved that allows the things that you leave behind to be respected. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think Master P had a phenomenal idea with the movies that he made. Got to hook up all those different things. Yeah. And when he identified that he would do the same numbers if he shot them on a camcorder, he just didn't sustain quality control. Oh. Because he did the same numbers when he did it with expensive stuff that when he did it with the more affordable stuff. So he just did it. Being a businessman, he made the better business decision than the artistic decision. You know, I just didn't want to have those type of films come out. Even though this is out of, for my production company, I'm making sure that it's bigger and better things, you know, and things they can look forward to in the future.
I mean, in Freelancers, you and Robert De Niro had a great chemistry. And how was that?
Yeah, and it's the comfort level. Like, once you work with artists that big, then there's not too many places that you're going to be at that are intimidating spots.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That caliber talent, you can only be across the street. You can't be somewhere where you're in a whole new neighborhood. Like, that's the, you know, like, you after the first thing with Righteous Kill, this one was longer because I was like the lead in the entire film. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So it gives me a comfort level that allows me to, you know, to feel like moving forward that I'll be able to do some things that really impress people. You know, he's seen me commit to projects like All Things Fall Apart. Yeah. Where I had to lose 60 pounds for the role in that film. And it was like, I had reference to De Niro's project Raging Bull, where he made the physical transformation. And it was like, you know, it was the whole time, like when I got a chance to talk about that while I was around him, about the project, and he said it was tough, right? And he said, yeah, he says, but it was one of the easiest roles to play. Like, there was no issue with me ever having to, you know, make myself aware of the character, because I spent so much time preparing for it prior to actually being on set. That there was nothing, there was no pressure about remembering lines or doing something else, because I had gone over it so much that it was like first nature.
And it really came across, 50, and I'm really impressed, 50, what you've been doing with this SK Energy shot, really helping out the children, and let everybody know exactly what that is.
Right, with SK Energy, I created an energy company with every, and partner with the United Nations World Food Program. So with every energy drink sold, it provides a meal for a child in need. You know, my experience traveling to Africa and witnessing famine firsthand. Like, I grew up in low-income housing, but that situation is far more harsh than anything that I've experienced. You know, so I'm choosing hunger as my actual cause, you know, because it's not a third world issue, it's a world issue. Yeah. And within America, 1 in 6 Americans are actually hungry here. You got kids going to school surviving on only school lunch.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, so I partnered with the United Nations World Food Program on the Street King project, and then following that with SMS Audio, I partnered with Feeding America, which is the largest domestic organization against hunger in America. So with the purchase of any headsets from SMSaudio.com, 250 meals are provided in behalf of whoever made that purchase through Feeding America,
50, I think that's great. And I know a lot of the people in the media usually focus on things that cats are doing wrong or out of the ordinary. But this is huge, man. I commend you for this, and I think it's great.
Yeah, you know? I think it's, as hip hop culture is now pop culture. Yeah. It used to be niche. It used to be something that you were into that not everyone was aware of it. Now it's worldwide, and I think as we begin to have more people, more artists come in and have successful careers, that they'll be conscious of what's really important after they sort themselves out. And we'll find more artists involved in philanthropy and you know, trying to give back to the communities. When you got Occupy Wall Street, Occupy L.A.,
Yeah.
Chicago, all these different places where working class is feeling like the major corporations don't care about them. I think the answer to that is promoting conscious capitalism. You can't make people not want to live life on the highest level.
Yeah.
You just got to say, let's be conscious of the others that are there that may not be as blessed or as, lucky. For some people, we'll call it lucky, right?
Yeah.
As others move forward and do what you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, I'm excited I'm still here, baby. It's been 10
Man.
years.
It has been 10 years, 50, and you've been showing some extreme longevity in this music game. And on a side note, 50, I met you a few years back in Las Vegas. You flew out a bunch of on-air DJs, on-air personalities to the premiere of Get Rich or Die Trying. I was a young DJ in the game. I told myself if I came across you again, I would thank you because, a real short story, I was supposed to interview you on the last day before we all flew back out to our separate cities. But the day before that, your label contacted me and said that you were really sick. You canceled all your interviews. You weren't going to be able to meet with anybody. And actually, on the following day, on my way to the airport, your label contacted me and had me come up to your room at the Monte Carlo to do this interview, man, and I thought that was big.
Right.
And in the hotel, and lo and behold, I was like, man, I don't even know if 50 really sick. He got something to do. I went up there, man, and you look sick as hell. And I really appreciate you, man. You took time out. I was 20 years old early in the game. And you sat down with me in your room. We did that interview. And you know what? When I was done, man, I told myself if I came across you again, I would thank you because I really appreciate it. You were in there sick as a dog, and I thought it was awesome, man. Thanks.
I appreciate it. Yo, look, check this out. When they tell you I'm sick,
Yeah.
I'm sick. Like, that's the last thing that I do. Like, if I don't never say, like, I'll go, yo. Because to me, it feels like if I'm not actually working, then
Yeah.
I can't actually intend on continuing being successful.
You're right. Now, since we speaking on Las Vegas, can you tell Floyd to stop messing around, get in the ring with Pacquiao and knock him out, get it over with?
He need to go in and do that. And I've been talking to him about it. You know what's interesting is when people, what's really stopping it is people being conscious of what someone else is getting out of it.
Yeah.
I can't understand that logic to save my life. If it's the best thing for you,
Yeah.
then why be concerned with what it's going to be for someone else? Like, and that psychology is what's holding up the situation.
I can see that happening, 50, and I want to thank you for this call, brother. I know you're a busy man, and we appreciate it. You have yourself a good one, 50 Cent.
Thanks, man.
All right, brother. Have a good one. Peace.